So this video might be a little longer than my normal videos. I hope that I don't ramble too much, but I'll try my best. Unavoidably though, this video will be quite long, as it discusses the psychology of religion. An argument I hear a lot is that whenever I point to the atrocities committed by a religion, and especially the atrocities in their holy book, they claim either that those were different times, or those were just extremists you're talking about, those aren't actual Christians, and out of context is my favorite one. And then, to add insult to this very lazy thinking, they ask me, well, what about science? Science is responsible for killing people. Indeed, many creationists seem to have this idea that science leads to killing people. Famous one being, of course, Ben Stein. And nothing could be really further from the truth. If creationists really tried to think honestly, I don't mean to offend anyone, but if some creationists really tried not to be so lazy with structuring their arguments, and instead of dodging the question, they might actually realize the severity of their accusation. Just to name a few scientific contributions that make an extremely significant part of our lives, how about the harnessing of electricity? I don't think that was brought by religion. The discovery of DNA, the Haber process, water purification, medicinal science. All of these things we rely on in our day and age has been brought to us through scientific advances, not through prayer and not through belief in a deity. Now true, science did invent the atomic bomb, but was the atomic bomb used because of science? The answer is no. Atomic bombs don't kill people. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. People who use the atomic bombs kill people. People who use guns kill people. And following with that, religion doesn't kill people. People who are religious kill people. When I point to the atrocities committed by religion, I'm not just pointing to a group of people that just happen to be primarily Christian and happen to be murderers. Stalin happened to be an atheist and he happened to be a jackass, but I'm not going to say atheism is necessarily responsible for that. I will say, however, that Christianity was responsible for the Crusades. Christianity was responsible for the Spanish Inquisition. Now, that might seem like a fallacy that I'm making here by not applying the same rules to atheism and theism. But am I really making a fallacy when I compare the two? The answer is no. And why that is because theism and atheism are two completely separate sets of beliefs. Theism, by definition, is the belief in supernatural, usually of a deity or deities, and is dogmatic. Atheism is the rejection of the supernatural, the rejection of the belief in a deity or deity, and is, by definition, not dogmatic. The same thing with science. Science does not believe in deity or deities. Science does not believe in the supernatural. Science only focuses on reality, and by definition cannot be dogmatic. The conclusion? These two are not mutually comparable, and it would be a mistake to compare the two as such. Is there a correlation to religiosity and crime? I wouldn't go that far. I definitely would not say that the more religious you are, the more prone you are to commit crime, because that's not exactly true, and the statistics don't quite show that. Religiosity does not lead to crime. But over-religiosity, on the other hand, is a much different story. See, there are three types of religious people I classify. The first type is what we know now as moderate Christians, or moderate Muslims, or moderate Hindus, whatever. Moderate religious practitioners who respect science, who respect reality, have a belief in the supernatural, and these people generally don't cause many problems. Then there are the fundamentalists, who are a group of religious people that are way too religious, unfortunately, to the point where they deny reality, to the point where they think anything can be excused as long as it's in the name of faith, to the point where whatever you say to them, whatever the truth might be, has no effect on them because they think that what they believe reigns supreme. This is the type of mentality that causes normally moral people to do immoral and terrible things, essentially. For example, no sane man on this earth would pick up a baby and go, well, look at this cute little bundle. I think I'll start hacking away at its genitalia, unless it was divinely warranted. The third group of religious people is the most interesting. The extremists, you could say. And these are the type of people that are either already extremely stupid or extremely batshit crazy. And religion essentially makes it worse. It's essentially giving an insane man just another reason to commit murder. They're essentially handing insane people, morally and emotionally incompetent people, a weapon for them to use against society. And that is something that should be recognized. How does religion turn normally moral people into immoral people? Or how does religion turn already crazy and already immoral people into doing something immoral? The connection, in case you cannot see, is faith. See, faith is sort of like a manual override to anything within the confines of reality, or within the confines of the truth, or within the confines of what we as society expect of one another. Faith can technically excuse anything, even murder, or theft, or rape, as long as it's in the name of God. And in fact, many people have justified their actions because of faith. Faith teaches those who believe that they have every right to do what they want. They have every right to do what they please, so long as their God commands them to do so. It does not matter how immoral society thinks they are. It doesn't matter what boundaries they cross, so long as they think they're doing it in the name of God. This is especially true pertaining to the treatment of non-believers, because the Bible really doesn't classify us non-believers very well. Because we're treated as garbage, dirt, evil people who deserve to burn forever in hell unless we buy into the mob's threats, unless we accept the bribery and fear the blackmail. Face it, religion is not in any means a moral practice. And quite frankly, for anyone who has read even a fraction of the Bible, will know that freedom is not something that Christianity respects. And much is the same for any major religion, that they don't respect freedom. They feel that only their ideals should be practiced, and anything else is immoral. And I find that disgusting, and I find that worthy of my contempt and of my disdain. Thanks for watching, and may the truth always be heard. Bye-bye.